Today I fucked up by accidentally waking up 3 whole apartment blocks at 2 a.m. with obnoxiously loud PRN noises. So it's about 2 a.m. and was about to have my ritual before bed wank. Found a video and went to put my AirPods in. As it turns out, they auto-connected to my dad's phone in the living room for whatever reason. Guess he was using them last. I didn't notice this as I got the normal connection sound and all. So turns out my phone auto-connected to my neighbor's big Bluetooth speaker system, which I connected to a few times on accident before, so it decided to auto-connect now. I live in an apartment on the first floor, 2 other apartments and their balconies right next to our one, so sound tends to echo pretty bad. I hit play on the video and for the first 10 seconds I heard nothing obviously, and right as they got into the loud part I turned up my volume to the max. Tears of joy. It was like this for about 30 seconds before I realized. AirPods have noise cancelling. I could hear it outside very fucking loudly once I took them off. It sounded like club speakers absolutely blasting in the peaceful 2 a.m. silence of 30 full seconds of loud porn noises. I honestly couldn't fucking stop laughing into my pillow, and it was by far one of the funniest moments of my life. Tears of joy. Poor fucking neighbors from all 3 apartment blocks, and I heard a couple people yell, "STFU," and, "Are you fucking serious SS?" Too long did not read. Phone auto connected to neighbor's speaker system and played 30 full seconds of obnoxiously loud porn noises at 2 a.m. with lots of balconies in the vicinity. Number of people very pissed off. Tears of joy. Update. Refer to this comment. Edit. Removed a couple laughing emojis because a few people complained about them. I'm sorry, I just found this event very comical. Edit 2. Few people skeptical on how this happened in terms of the strange Bluetooth connectivity. I would have thought so as well. Surely he would have had a code to connect to a bigger system, but I guess he turned it off or didn't have one. The previous times I connected were accidental in the sense that I misclicked it in Bluetooth settings when I was connecting my devices, making mine remember it as a device I suppose, and I never pressed "forget this device" until this obviously ha 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 ha, and I'll be a little more cautious from now. If that was last night, we just might be neighbors. So anyway, I started blasting. Yeah. But did you finish? It's 3 a.m. here. Had just considered the same activity. Turning off Bluetooth. Cheers. Hello, I am Gavin, your neighbor. I told my friend at work this morning about this, and on our lunch break he showed me this post. So here I am, never done this Reddit thing, but thought it would be appropriate for me to tell you that I am now aware of who you are. First of all, this is so fucking hilarious, and I also found it very amusing how somebody accidentally managed to do this. I'm not mad, and screw our other neighbors anyway, they are assholes, especially fuck Mary with that little yappy brown dog. Seeing how much attention this got, I thought it would add to the comedy if I left my remarks. Thanks, Gavin. Ever heard of JERKMATE? You share AirPods? Duddy boy. I call BS. What are you doing, stepbro? Today I fucked up by hooking up with a virgin. This story is from 2 years ago. I, 26 yo guy, was the new guy in a class at the university. I knew no one, but soon I found myself talking to this girl, 23 yo. We didn't have that much in common, but her humor and looks were absolutely my type. We had a lot of fun talking, and she told me she was a virgin and was thinking she might be bi. However, she was really curious about having sex with a guy once. Some time passes, we had exams. We kept on talking and I found myself really attracted to the girl, basically having a crush. I wasn't about to tell her about these feelings. I didn't want to make it awkward with my only friend in the city. After a while she jokingly said that maybe I should have sex with her, to initiate her. I took this joke slightly serious and I told her that I was attracted to her, so I wouldn't mind having some sort of relationship with her. She was a bit shocked, but thought about it, and agreed to try it out. 2 weeks after, we meet up at my place, trying to set the mood, and it actually starts happening. I was getting really excited because she was so cute and totally my type. I thought, okay, well, it's not the conventional way to start a relationship, but she wants sex, I'm not about to cock-block myself. The entire time I kept checking if she was okay with how far we were going, and she said, yes. I didn't want to go rough, etc. I wanted her first experience to be something she enjoyed. She did not enjoy, I could tell. I tried to do different things so at least she would react, she didn't. She starfished the entire time. Soon after, we called it quits. We had been having fun for about an hour. She went to take a shower, alone, and then she wanted to go home. The next day I got a text message saying, Thank you for yesterday. You helped me out a lot. Now I'm lesbian. I don't want a guy anymore. If that doesn't kill your self-esteem, what will? Luckily after that night, I don't want it anymore either. The best part about sex is your partner enjoying herself. It's probably my own fault. We had different ideas on what this was going to accomplish. She made me swear not to remind her about that mistake ever again. We are still friends. She even is friends with my now GF. But the text message hurts till this day. Too long did not read. Hooked up with my crush thinking it would end in more. The next day she lets me know she realizes she's lesbian. If she chose you to try it out, it meant that you were the only guy she thought might be attracted to enough. This shouldn't impact your self-esteem at all. It's like feeling hurt that someone with a peanut allergy didn't like your Snickers bar. Bruh. At least she didn't enter a relationship with you and then discover this and leave you. NHA, you didn't fuck up. You were just unlucky enough to be that one guy to confirm her feelings regarding her sexuality. Nothing to beat yourself up for. You didn't do anything wrong. She probably knew before, but didn't want to miss out on anything. You went slow and tried to let both of you have a good time. What more can you do? I'm sure she would have reacted the same with every other guy, but she trusted you enough to actually try things out. Isn't that something to take with you from that situation? This is going to sound incredibly bro-ish of me, but the same thing happened to me once a long time ago. I was bummed, but we remained good friends. She and I would go hit the clubs after work, and I have never had a better wingman. She always hooked me up with her date's hot friends. Despite definitely not being into it when we tried, she would tall me up wonderfully. Good times. That was when I learned the friend zone is definitely real, but not at all bad. You make a good friend and now you got a good hookup. You and the sex you had didn't make her a lesbian. She was always a lesbian, so don't let your self-esteem take too much of a hit. You entered the Kobayashi Maru of sexual scenarios. I don't think you feed up. You made sure it was consensual, and you tried to make it pleasurable for her. You absolutely cannot make someone gay, and you also can't make them straight. She was honest with you, you were honest with her, and it's all okay. It doesn't matter how good you are, you can't make a gay person straight. Be glad you helped them learn something about themselves. Don't feel bad. You're probably just really bad at sex. Today I fucked up by telling my manager I was more attracted to him. So for the most part my managers are pretty chill and we have witty banter. So I usually speak plainly in front of them and vice versa. So a manager I'm friendly with changed shifts and I asked how that manager was doing. My current manager asked why. Did I like said manager in a joking way? Well, I thought to myself, no, I'm more attracted to you than him. The bad thing is, I said that thought out loud. To make matters worse I then said, did I say that out loud? Which he answered with a yes. Let's just say the shift was extremely awkward after that. I need to find a new job because I can't show my face to work anymore. Oh, and we are both men and I'm pretty sure he's straight. TLDR said my inner thoughts aloud that I was more attracted to him after he made a joke about me liking another manager. We are both male, he's presumably straight. He probably walked into the men's room, took a long look in the mirror, and said, yep, still got it, finger guns. You won that joke exchange and play it off as such. Here's how you fix it. Tomorrow you say, haha, just kidding. I'm actually way more attracted to my previous manager. Like WAAAAY more attracted. Bonus points if your old manager is there as well. Then, you set the building on fire and start your new life in Bolivia. See? Easy peasy. Someone's getting a raise. It's your manager. Always remember that people have a whole other life they are living. To him this was a very minor thing in his day. You are playing it over in your head. He's probably forgotten about it, and if he hasn't he probably doesn't really care. That evening he just did what he does every night, got home and ate dinner and didn't even think about it. Is he a decent human? If so, there's a really easy fix, you just say, I'm sorry for what I said yesterday, I genuinely didn't mean to say that and now I feel really awkward and embarrassed. Can we pretend it didn't happen? If he's a decent straight dude, he'll probably reply with something like, oh don't worry, you really caught me off guard but I'm flattered. Sure, let's put it behind us. You really only have to worry if you've misjudged him and he's a stealth raging homophobe. If you both know that you're gay and you both know that he's straight then it's just a compliment and you're fine. You're presumably not straight? If I were him I'd take the compliment and move on. Today I fucked up by taking Benadryl for sleep and eating raw eggs. Been having hardcore insomnia lately, like 2 or 3 hours of sleep per night. I read somewhere that Benadryl is really good at knocking you out when you can't get some shut-eye. I decided to down a few beers before I took it, just to make sure I fall asleep hastily. I took 100 mg of Benadryl, and was out like a light. I woke up this morning and started to remember the dreams I had during my slumber. I dreamt I was eating raw eggs. Like a lot of shell and everything. Just biting into uncracked eggs and swallowing the sharp crunchy mush that was inside. I began to feel sick to my stomach. Like I'd eaten something bad. So I get up, start getting ready for work, take a shower etc. And then sit down on the couch and start scrolling on my phone. Out of the corner of my eye, I see a carton of eggs. Only one left. I then look down at my feet, where there is a pile of eggshells. It hit me. That wasn't a dream at all. I fucking sat on the couch in the middle of the night, downing these fucking eggs. My heart sank. I immediately went into a panic and had to go to work with my tail between my legs. All day I thought I tasted egg. Fuck Benadryl. Edit. I heavily appreciate all the medical advice. I can confidently say that I'll never try this combo again. I guess sleep deprivation causes desperate measures. Glad I can laugh at this experience and that I'm alive to tell y'all. Cheers and fuck Benadryl. And fuck insomnia. Too long did not read. I took Benadryl and sleepwalked into my living room where I ate raw eggs. 100 mg and with alcohol? I'm glad you didn't try to ride it out awake. So many spiders. This is why they say don't mix with alcohol loudly crying. Can't entirely blame the Benadryl for this one. Benadryl is dosed as 25 mg and should be avoided with alcohol due to the combo enhancing sedative effects. Alcohol is a CNS depressant, but it also inhibits your ability to get a deep, restful sleep. Definitely something to avoid if you're having sleep issues. I'm gonna do a quick PSA here because this is really bothering me. Please, please, please don't mix drugs with alcohol. I don't care what it is, just don't do it. Alcohol, when combined with drugs, can have really funky effects on those drugs, and what wouldn't have necessarily harmed or killed you may do just that, because of the combination. Take it from someone who has overdosed multiple times. Every single time, I was asked if I had any alcohol in my system. It's something they look out for. Even if you don't die, the harm done to your liver, your kidneys, stomach, it just isn't worth going through. So please stop combining drugs and alcohol. This is exactly why I don't drink with Benadryl. No, fuck your poor life choices, ha ha ha. For real though, lack of sleep will lead to desperate measures. They are 25 mg each, so you took 4, and multiple beer? One of each would have probably been plenty for your use case. One of each will make me time travel 10 hours right into the future. I guess this is why they don't recommend mixing with booze for relief. I guess you don't sneeze while you snooze, cheeky smiley face.